news. Today's
Subpoenaed to testify.
He'll have to tell his story under oath or take the fifth.
5 killed in North Carolina.
Pray that something like this will never happen here. It did.
Outrage over Parkland shooting verdict.
I'm disgusted with those jurors.
Good morning. I'm Deborah Rodriguez with the CBS World News Roundup. Lawmakers investigating the January 6th insurrection have wrapped up their public hearings with a blockbuster. They voted unanimously to subpoena former President Trump. Correspondent Natalie Brand has the details from Washington.
The House committee investigating the January 6th Capitol attack ended what could be its final public hearing with a unanimous vote to subpoena testimony from former President Trump himself.
We must speak the testimony under oath of January 6th central player.
The former president lashed out on social media asking why he wasn't asked months ago and saying the committee is, quote, a total bust that has only served to further divide the country. The dramatic hearing featured more video testimony from former top White House aides who recalled Trump's private acknowledgments that he lost the 2020 election.
He said something to the effect of, I don't want people to know we lost Mark. This is embarrassing.
A final report of the panel's findings is expected by the end of the year. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
In the middle of yesterday's hearing, the Supreme Court rejected an appeal from former President Trump to intervene in the fight over the FBI search of his Mar-a-Lago estate. Police in North Carolina have just updated details of a shooting in a residential neighborhood and then on a walking trail in Raleigh. Police Chief Estella Parson.
5 individuals lost their lives, including off-duty Raleigh Police Department officer. 2 others were injured, including a Raleigh police officer who has been treated and released from the hospital. A 15-year-old white male suspect was taken into custody and is in critical condition.
North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper.
No neighborhood, no parent, no child, no grandparent. No one should feel this fear in their communities.
They held a vigil in Bristol, Connecticut last night to remember 2 police officers shot to death in an apparent ambush. Officials say Sergeant Dustin DeMonte and Officer Alex Hamzy responded to what may have been a fake 911 call about a domestic dispute between 2 brothers. Police say one of them, the gunman, was killed. His brother was wounded, so was a 3rd police officer at the scene. In Ukraine, Russia claims it's been using precision weapons in this week's missile and kamikaze drone attacks. Our Charlie D'Agata reports from a neighborhood in Zaporizhia where he sees evidence Vladimir Putin is targeting civilians.
Children's clothes hang from the trees, blown out by the force of the blast. There are no military targets here. Bodin Damidenko and Alina Grashienko were asleep at around 2 a.m. when 2 missiles tore through this neighborhood. He said they helped evacuate elderly women to the higher floors. While outside, the cars had all burst into flames. They were both injured by flying glass and debris. But Alina now bears scars that run much deeper. I'm afraid of the huge noises and explosions, she said. Now I start to panic from every little air raid alert. Charlie D'Agata, Zaporizhia, Ukraine.
2 climate change protesters in the UK threw 2 cans of Times tomato soup on Vincent van Gogh's masterpiece Sunflowers today at London's National Gallery. It's 4 minutes after the hour.
Well, that's today's news. Today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.